Baby's got back?
Baby's got back.
Holy shit. 0 viewers. Look at that shit. We're on a roll.
Hey, we're live.
Oh, shit. We're live. Live in this bitch.
Live or live.
And we got another guest to bring in. We have the unbearable stick of body rot. And he's in the house at the studio. Our fourth fake time friend.
He's not fake, though. He's a real-time friend.
Yeah. But, hey, we're glad to have him aboard. And we got Legion Arts with us tonight. Artwork.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Yeah, fuck around and get your decap.
I draw things for people and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And other
He's
stuff.
one of those decaps.
Absolutely.
You're the one that does those head ones, right?
Yeah, decap, son.
Yeah. I'll be 100% honest. I took the concept of a decap from 8legs about like 5 years ago. He used to
With the middle fingers? No?
No, he used to run legit decap sales of just heads of rappers, and then he moved on to bigger and bigger pieces, and it wasn't really I feel like it wasn't really worth his time to do the faces. It's like small time because you couldn't charge that much. So I kind of like snuck in that lane a little bit, and I still keep it going because I don't know, it's nice to hook people up. Everybody likes to see their face animated, and they can't always pay for a full body.
Oh, they're dope, dude. They're dope for sure. He also made our logo right here.
That logo. And we also would absolutely love to get some artwork done of us, but we are kind of on a restriction here. We can't really have anything done in these masks unless it's severely altered to the point that we don't look like who we look like.
Yeah.
And Bootleg tried wiping poop on his face. It didn't work. It wasn't altered enough.
It's just the wish version.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. We got some people up in the chat. What's up, everybody? How are you tonight? 4 people on the viewer thing.
Hello, chat peoples.
Much love, Legion.
So, Body Rot, what have you been doing, buddy?
Shit. Fixing my house up.
Sebastian, what up?
Real life shit, you know. My house, I woke up the other day, 3 inches of water in my basement.
Damn.
You gotta quit peeing down there, brother. Go outside. It's not winter.
See, I can't really pee outside.
It's probably Crazy Joe.
I have a side backyard, so if I go outside and pee, you know, like the neighbors are gonna see it or hear it. I've peed off the garage before. It's pretty loud.
God damn.
Luckily, if I go outside my house and I pee, it's probably going to be on a junkie neighbor.
You're going to get attacked by a crackhead.
All right, he'll bite it off.
The crackhead under the porch.
So you got raccoons under your porch? Like, no. The crackheads eat those.
The crackheads eat those.
It's the circle of life.
Right, exactly. Protein.
Mm-hmm.
So Legion Art. So when did you start drawing?
Oh man, this is one of those stories. So technically, I was like 5 or 6, and I was trying to hustle kids in kindergarten. I would draw "Smile Now, Cry Later" like cholo art because I lived on the south side of Tucson. So I would draw like lowrider art for people, and I tried to sell it to them. Didn't work so well. And then as far as graphic design goes, I've been doing that about 10, 11 years now, probably full time, about 8 years, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I do smoke a lot of weed, so time frames.
I've always been fascinated by someone that can like draw so fucking good. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Keith. He can draw a picture of you that looks like someone took a photo of you.
Oh yeah, photorealistic shit is nuts because it's the tiny details, you know what I mean? And how they all add up to make the overall shape. It's ridiculously complicated. I respect the hell out of photorealism.
See, when I was in high school, I could actually do some like real shit of people. Right now, I can't even draw a fucking smiley face.
Damn. Yeah, man. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's why I try to stay on top of it every day. I practice all the time. Even when I was sick and I couldn't do shit for clients, I was still like sketching little bits out every day.
So I seen you have some photo. You're doing your photo shit too.
Yeah, I'm a photographer. I just started doing that over the past few years. I've done event photography for like Gorefest. When Twisted was in town, me and George linked up, and he was like, send me all the photos you take. But he didn't know I didn't have a ticket to the concert. So he's like, why didn't you tell me you didn't have a ticket to the concert? I would have got you in. And I was like, because I'm not going to be that guy who just goes to you and says, get me in a fucking concert because I have a camera. But for future reference, I can get into shows now as a photographer. So that's cool.
Oh,
and I'm reaching out to like really affluent white people shit, like galas and art things. It's so weird because like I'm not that guy. But I go to Starbucks, and the lady who runs my Starbucks is that kind of a person. And she saw me with my camera, and I talked to people, and she's like, oh, you're a photographer. And I'm really friendly when I'm out in public. And so I put myself out there, and about a month later, an email went to an email. I got emailed back, and now I have a phone call tomorrow to like set up details about being a big fancy boy photographer at some big fancy event. So,
yeah,
hey. Fingers crossed, man.
Fuck yeah.
It's the right time to have you on then. You're moving on up.
That's the plan, dude. I'm wrapping up a bunch of stuff with MNE, with art with them. Me and Mike have talked a bunch about some stuff, and I'm trying to like wrap up some details there. They're trying to book me for some other shit. My prices are going back up. I was running a sale because my fucking car got broken into, and I had medical expenses. So yeah, dude, fuck crackheads. All right,
fuck crackheads.
They broke into the car next to mine, ripped out the lock out the door, couldn't steal that one. So they move on to my car, rip out the lock to my fucking door, and then break off their tools in my ignition. So they couldn't steal my shit because they broke their fucking tools off in my ignition. Now I'm sitting here with no way to drive my car because my keys won't even go in. Locksmiths are trying to charge me out the ass to fix it. Luckily, we got insurance, but now insurance is a time thing. You got to wait a month for insurance to go their route of fixing it all. So it's like
at least my crackheads only steal my like bottles and shit. They don't break my car.
Yeah, they try to.
We're on the next level.
Oh man, it's bullshit. I mean, it's one of those things. I parked near the back of the complex because I came home late, and like normally I'd be closer to my place, but when it got filled up, it's not assigned parking here. I could pay extra monthly for that shit, and I might just be doing that now. But before it was like, not a big deal. So, you know, dealing with life is life, though. And the fucked up part is like, I get my car broken into, and then I got to get my teeth pulled. I'm like, how am I going to get to my dentist? I can't. I'm like, it's walking distance. I'm like, no way. Am I going to go get fucking 4 or 5 teeth pulled and walk home? Yes, nope. I fucking am. I did. I walked my happy ass there, got all them teeth ripped out my mouth, and walked my happy ass home.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they don't even
know where I'm going. I'm high.
Oh, bro, they didn't even give me the good pills or none of that, dude. They're like, here's some ibuprofen. Do your best. I'm just sitting there like, I'm surprised.
This will help with swelling. The rest you can deal with. Go get a beer.
Yeah, man. They're interesting people, but luckily they didn't charge me an arm and a leg. Everything was covered by my very minimal insurance I have.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
you're lucky.
And I'm blessed. All my money makers are still here.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotta keep them bad boys up.
He's still eating meat.
Yeah, for now.
That's a hell of a week, though, man. To have your teeth pulled and your car broken into, and then have man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And I got like backed
I remember
up
seeing your post. I couldn't remember who posted that shit, but I was like, God damn, dude, they really fucked you over.
Yeah, it's been a week, man. But I'm happy. I'm here. I'm living life. There ain't nothing that can get me down. You know what I mean? I literally live my dream every day. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I got 3 kids, and I do graphic design for a living. So I just draw all day long. Like, I never feel like I'm in a position to ever really complain because I worked my way up to be able to live my dream, yes. But I'm living my dream. I get to sit here at this same desk and just doodle motherfuckers' faces and be like, oh, you want a banner for your YouTube? Or, oh, you need a logo. I'm currently doing Star Wars tarot cards for a client, and he pays well, and he books 2 a week, and it's just 2 cards over and over. There's like 72 in the deck. So I don't even know when the fuck we're ending this project. It's just like an unlimited stream of work for me on top of all you amazing people.
He's like, just keep paying. I don't care. We'll keep going.
I got fucking bills to fucking pay. I got mouths to feed, fridge to fill, you know.
Hey, where can they find those cards if they want to buy them?
Overland Swag is the business. They have an Etsy. That's where they sell them. And they have a private group. He has a private group because me and him do a lot of Star Wars stuff. And Disney is a bitch. And me nor him are trying to have any lawsuit on our hands. So we do War Star stuff over at Overland Swag. We have Darth Vader and we have Storm Troopers and tons of Boba Betts. Oh, they're amazing.
And Disney, if you're watching it, ain't them. It's someone else.
It's someone else. Wasn't me. That's why I'm always in a disguise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney does watch our channel. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They emailed me earlier.
Right, they were like, "Hey, are you guys going live?" We're like, "Yes, bear with us."
We just need a little time.
I know. Chill it out. You want to be blocked, Disney? Fuck. We don't need you fucking looking over us, overshadowing us.
Next thing you know, they won't let us wear lucha masks because they'll say we can't do it.
Yeah.
They'll just buy them. They'll be like, you know what? We own you.
Yeah. And then they'll
own everything else. I'm pretty sure they're going to be president next year. Like,
I bet you didn't mind that. He likes all that Disney shit.
He'll just be Walt Disney frozen.
Yeah,
as the president.
Hey, it's no better than Biden. I mean, they're both like frozen zombies.
Plot twist: Biden is Walt Disney.
Yeah, exactly. They thawed him out, march him around.
The unthawed fucked his brain up.
Yeah,
it's like the first drones that you can't steer them right. You just keep like, fuck, right. I said right, motherfucker. Someone fix him.
So, did any of you guys see Halloween Ends yet?
Yeah.
Yes. No, we're from 1972 bootleg.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying we couldn't talk about it last week because you guys didn't.
Now we can.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right. Okay.
I liked it.
I'm part of the.
I don't know what's wrong with those people that are talking down on it.
I'm part of the people who are just like, enjoy things as they come, enjoy art as it's delivered, and don't take your nostalgia and opinion of what you think it should be. Because if you have such a high opinion on what you think something should be, then create it. You don't see me over here picking apart somebody's apple pie because I can't fucking make an apple pie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the concept. And now you could say it's shit if there's legitimate reasons. You could be if you're like have a real critic and you buy, hey, the cinematography's bad here, the pacing is bad here. If you have legitimate concerns, but if you're like it's just bad because it didn't live up to the brand name, well, you're an ass.
Yeah,
and enjoy the
I wanted
movie.
Michael Myers to kill 95% of the movie, and he didn't. I hate it. It's like,
no, that's about the only thing that I don't like is I want more of the Michael Myers kill scenes than what there was.
I feel like a lot of us now with modern horror movies want more of that. You know what I mean? And the Halloween franchise, I never really felt was that kind of a horror movie. They're not Saw. They're not fucking Terrifier. They're not going to go and now. I'm not saying they didn't have their moments in their history of doing some really gory stuff and pushing the envelope. I just never felt like they were in that forefront of a lane. It was more of a thriller and a suspense with that mixed in, and I feel like they lived up to that. But again, opinions are, opinions.
It's just sad that we're not going to get a continuation or rest of a story unless somebody else repackages it or redoes it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And then it's going to be shit because Rob Zombie didn't do that good.
Yeah. All right. I was saying that to somebody recently. I was like, it's the end of the franchise as we know it until 4 or 5 years from now when someone else reboots it, and it'll be here. Like he's so iconic. He's not going away. It's just not going to be that version.
It's been a minute too since we had an actual, Friday the 13th.
Yeah. True.
I hear there's a new one being made, or they're talking about it, but they're in fucking what is it called? Contract hell, where it's like
got to get this guy to sign this and legal there, and
yeah,
the rights for this.
The only thing that I know of is the Scream 6, and they are doing a Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund as Freddy, and it's the Bloomhouse or whatever that just did the Halloweens.
All right.
So he's doing that one?
Yeah, that's like their next project they're picking up is Friday the 13th. Or Nightmare on Elm Street, since Halloween's over with.
Hell yeah.
Now, is this going to be a continuation, a whole new story based off the series?
I don't know, because the original Nancy said she's down to come back as her character, and then Robert Englund said he'd come back as Freddy. So it's probably just going to be like a one last Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which they already did in the New Nightmare. She took him on again in the New Nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Which I thought was a decent ending. I thought it was cool that they used the whole Hansel and Gretel kind of story backdrop to it, and how you see Freddy literally in the furnace turn into the devil before he dies. Like, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I feel like they're never ever gonna, like I said, fully kill off these characters. They'll do the finals, and then and as long as the actors are around, they'll always want to go back for another one, because I mean it's good money and they enjoy the characters. It's like iconic to their identity. And then as soon as all the original actors pass, someone else is gonna pick it up. And I don't know. I show my kids new movies and old movies, and they can't tell the fucking difference, because as a child you don't have all that built up nostalgia filter, so they just all see it as movies. You know what I mean? And it's quite enjoyable for them. So I hope that movies like that never go away. I hope they just continue making cool shit. Whether it ends up being shitty, like a few Jason flicks I've seen in my childhood. What's that one where he's in space? I fucking totally forget what it's called.
Jason X.
Yeah, like that. In a retrospective point,
never go to space.
Yeah, man. In a retrospective point, was ass. But as a kid, when I first saw the fucking trailer for that, I bust out like, oh my God! But I was like a little kid. And I feel like that's what my kids get to go through now, is they understand the concept of the character, but don't really see movies the way that we as adults see.
It's like Leprechaun.
It's sad, too, because the first Friday the 13th that I got to see was in the theater that I was old enough to be able to go see was Jason X, because there's such a long span between Jason Goes to Hell to Jason X.
Yeah.
And so my first experience seeing one of the movies was like the worst movie almost.
Yeah. But you liked it at the time, though, right? At the time when you were a kid, and you were in that theater, it was the kick-ass. And that goes to show you that no matter how much any of these new horror flicks come out, they're going to be good to somebody. It's going to start somebody's passion into this genre. It's going to be somebody's door. And I appreciate that more than me being an old man who's like, it's not what I want.
See, that's like the new Leatherface. People tore that apart. Yeah. I thought that shit was fucking dope.
Yep.
I can't wait for the next one.
That whole Halloween Ends thing. I was going to say, I didn't mind the movie. I'm glad that they put an end to the whole thing, but my only complaint was the new killer literally goes into the thing, into the sewer, hits Michael Myers, and just, I need your mask. And Michael's just like, oh.
I didn't like that wrestling part. I thought that
was it's like, dude, that is not what Michael would do. Michael would be like,
should have had his own mask and not like went and robbed Michael's.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that I pick at it.
Michael wouldn't go down like a bitch.
Right.
Not like that.
He's old. That's like the end scene. Like, he didn't put up a fight against Jamie Lee Curtis or anything. She just like murdered his ass. Like, no problem.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was just ready to go. Like,
right, he's like, fuck this. I'm tired of sleeping with these rats.
Well, and just like when that kid came and slapped him around, like, fuck that. Michael would have ripped his head off.
Right.
Yeah.
He comes stomping in my lair, slap me around. I'll fuck you up, boy.
He was just playing Ninja Turtles. Leave him alone.
Right, and that dude was playing Splinter. Like, I'm fucking you up. I'm going to teach you a lesson today, boy. Why did it take her 40 years to figure out, you know what? If I destroy his whole entire body, he'll never come back. Like, they've been making car shredders for some time.
The whole parade scene was kind of neat too. I know a lot of people make fun of that, but I thought it was cool that the whole town was like, nope, no, we need to do a little bit of extra here. And the cops look the other way as they take the body to the thing, and they all hoisted him on a body surf into the thing.
They did
Jamie
shit
Lee
like
Curtis
that.
was one to push him in.
Yeah, they did
So
shit
let's
like that in
address
4 and
the
5.
elephant in the room. Do you think there's going to be another one with that kid?
No.
Well, at the very end, the lady said, she says,
The shapeshifter lives or whatever.
no, the shape changes form or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she still has the mask. And if you notice, Michael Myers got stabbed in the neck with a sewing needle, and I think number 2.
Yeah.
And remember, she kept having that big sewing needle?
That's the first
and
one.
And he got stabbed in the neck. They didn't destroy his body.
I feel like they intentionally left it open for the chance for a writer to be able to pick it up if needed.
Right.
With scripts, it comes to that a lot of the time. You want to leave that ability because Hollywood demands sequels often. Hollywood demands that extra bit. And if you want to potentially sell your next script, you're going to want to leave that hook. And it's kind of nice for the fans to feel like it's the end, but it's not over.
Right. Like, what about Freddy versus Jason? What do you guys think about that? The ending of that. Did Freddy die? Or did Jason, because he's in his dream?
See, you got to think, though, on the whole Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, because I just watched these, like, this week. So, like, you know, everything ends with him dying, but then that whole scene comes back, and he's, like, still alive and, like, killing people. Like, at the end of the movie.
Right. And then,
just don't make
even
sense.
Jason, he had his head, like, he was, like, talking, you know, it's like...
He winked.
Right.
Well, you know, Freddy wasn't dead, but this is the way I looked at it when I went in there. And I might be being biased because I'm a Jason fan, but I looked at it like this. Who was walking away on their own 2 feet and who winked because they couldn't do anything else? Jason walked away on his own 2 feet.
The pissed off goalie.
So I think that technically he won.
The only thing I don't like about Jason versus Freddy is it wasn't Kane Hodder.
Yeah, I agree. But Kane Hodder, wait, no. Because, you know, what movie was it when Freddy, it was Jason Goes to Hell, right? When he pulled Freddy's glove, pulled his mask down.
Mm-hmm.
That was Kane Hodder playing Freddy in that. He told me that after.
Yep.
Wow.
And I think the only reason why they did that whole little scene at the end of that one is because it's I want to say it's the directors or the whatever that did the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because I want to say like the first few Friday the 13th was like Paramount or some shit like that, wasn't it? Like with the
all the way up
so,
to
yeah.
like number 7. Number 7 was the last Paramount.
And then
they started going through New Line Cinema, I do believe, on Jason Takes Manhattan.
So that one's probably my favorite.
When he uppercutted that dude's head off. But then we had the radio.
Classic.
That's the first one I ever got to see because I was at a sleepover, and the 2 movies that the kids all rented at that sleepover was a fucking Child's Play when it first came out on VHS, and Jason Takes Manhattan, and Halloween 4. And we watched all 3 of those back to back to back to back to back all night long.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I remember
all night long. So you watched them both twice.
That scene in the hallway where Chucky gets dismembered by the gunshots. I remember seeing that so faintly so many times that night.
Oh, hell
badass.
I just
now look at you. You grew up to be a loser.
I was scared.
I
was old, like 7 years old. I was like, what if my dolls come to life?
It was like Puppet Master. You guys ever watch that?
I never got into Puppet Master.
It was interesting.
It had boobies in it. You didn't like that?
That's what sold me as a kid.
Right. I was like, hell yeah, German dude with boobies.
See, I'm really big into Full Moon's Ginger Dead Man, Killjoy, and Evil Bong. But
so you like the silly off the wall shit that's made to be actually bad, but it's so bad it's good.
Slapstick.
Right. Evil Bong's the shit.
Yeah.
Especially
I have never watched the Evil Bong yet.
What?
I thought it would be stupid.
Oh.
Never even heard of it.
What?
You never heard of
Yes.
Evil Bong? Isn't Ron Jeremy in that movie?
No.
Oh,
Evil Bong, the first one has
You were watching
Tommy
a
Chong in
different
it.
movie, bootleg.
that's it. I knew it was some old
The
actor.
Ginger Dead Man in the first one has Gary Busey.
But wait, pre-motorcycle accident Jerry Busey or post-motorcycle accident Jerry Busey?
It's crazy, Gary Busey.
Okay, all right, yeah. Because like Gary Busey was a good actor at a point in time, and I liked a lot of his movies. And then after that accident, dink, and it's all fucked.
I've met Gary Busey before, and that dude's wacko.
Yeah, man. As a kid, I always thought it was drugs, right? And then I find out later it was a motorcycle accident, and I feel like an asshole because I legit just judged the fuck out of him. I was like, "Oh, you fucking crackhead, piece of shit." Find out it was an accident. I'm like, "Oh, damn."
Hey, guess what? I'm right now years old that I just learned that from you because now I'm a dickhead for longer because I've always thought that too.
If you have a Google and you ask it, it'll tell you like he died and he was like dead for 5 minutes and he's seen the light and came back, seen the devil or some shit.
Yeah,
it was
straight
nuts.
brain damage.
Like the whole story that he told is all just fucking wacko.
Yeah,
he's seen the devil and he came back and was like, "Fuck that."
Every time I think of Gary Busey, I think of what is it? Black Sheep.
Yep.
Where he fucking comes up and he's like, he says, "I could start a small fire in your grandma's panties." fucking what's his nuts? That shit fucking cracks me up. I think of that every time. How crazy he is. Or is that him that was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas where he asked for a kiss because he's lonely?
I've never seen that movie.
I don't think so.
He's the cop. Remember, he pulls him over and he's like, "You look like a seafood guy." He was like, "Land crab. You might want to try the land crab." And then he tells him,
"Maybe."
He's like, "I'll let you go." He's like, "I'll let you go. You go."
You never seen it, Body Rot? You gotta watch it.
I have it. I just never watched it.
You gotta. I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. If you watch Fear in Las Vegas, watch it with the commentary, or not the commentary, but with the subtitles on, because I'm gonna tell you right now, they mumble so goddamn much and they're so high on drugs.
No,
you can hardly make out what they say.
The only advice is watch it while you're on acid.
I don't take acid.
Yeah,
I'll take shrooms.
Yeah, well, take shrooms and watch it. It's super fucking nuts.
Or some mescaline. Some mescaline will do you in.
Well, if he's not taking acid, he's not taking mescaline, you fucking weenie.
That's what they do in that movie the whole goddamn time.
Just, if you want to take some meth, just take some meth and do it.
Yeah, Gary Busey, Highway Patrol Man.
Yep, called it. It was Gary Busey.
Jeez.
Yep, he solved it. I was right. He asks him for a kiss. He says, "It's very lonely out here."
I'm sorry that I didn't remember another guy asking for another guy for a kiss. It wasn't my brain. I must have overlooked it.
The only scene, I overlooked that one.
Right, yeah. I was like, geez. I'll pay more attention, bootleg. Jesus.
There's this new movie that just dropped on HBO. I'm going to slaughter the name. It's like, I'm fucking it up. Baba Laba Ding Dong. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's in the new listing, and it's nuts. I watched it earlier. Here, I'll find it.
Is it Babadook?
Something like that, maybe.
Is it about a doll?
No, Baba Land. I'm really fucking it up.
What's the?
It's got the dude from the first Jeepers Creepers that played in Tusk.
Oh shit!
I want to say.
Oh, Justin Long.
Yes, Justin
he's
Long.
in the movie, and it's a fucking like. I just pressed play on something earlier, and man, it's a fucked up movie.
Oh, Barbarian.
See, I told you I was fucking it up.
Barbarian. It's the one about some chick that's like inbred or some shit.
Yes, I went into this movie not knowing anything about it, and it blew my mind.
Nothing.
What's
nothing
it on?
like an inbred bitch
HBO.
as your star.
Oh, you guys are all rich.
In the basement of the house. I don't know the ins and outs of the movie. I want to see it, but that's what I heard. That it's based off of like some giant fucking feral bitch is like fucking killing everybody.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Feral as
what's even
in
nuts
not
is everything takes place in Detroit.
In Detroit?
It's one of those fucked up Detroit horror movies like the Don't Breathe or It Follows. Like, I don't know why, but they've been picking Detroit for some fucked up horror movies.
Well, it's like pretty run down in a lot of the areas and pretty easy to book those rundown areas for filming.
That's probably why, because it looks good on camera.
Yeah, exactly. I learned this recently. You could either go on site or you could rent out a studio space. And studio space is really difficult to find because have a massive building with no beams holding it up has to be really structurally sound. And to put a lot of money into that, and then every one of those that gets money put into it gets rented out by a bigger studio. So it's actually cheaper for you to try to go onto location, talk with the local community, rent out a couple of streets and film there than to go into a studio to make your perfect movie.
Right. And that's what this was. It was basically on location, like on the streets. Only one decent house, and you could tell it was Detroit because everything else was fucking like burnt down, ran down, overgrown.
My first time to Detroit, there was like 3 cars on fire, just in the street, like
it's
on
just
fire.
An everyday thing.
It was so fucking nuts. Like I'm on tour with who was I with? Whitney Payton at the time, and we're just like traveling, doing our thing. We go up to fucking Michigan to do our show. We're traveling through Detroit. And one of the people on tour is from there, and he's all talking to us about places to get chili dogs. I'm super excited. My fat ass is like, chili dogs. And they're like, all right, make a left at that burning car. And we're just like.
So what? So, man, it's normal around here.
Yeah, that's what they be like. I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's an everyday thing driving to Detroit.
Yeah, that's how it was when I went to Astronomicon. I went to Detroit, and it was wintertime. And you see a car in the median. I'm like, oh shit, it's a cop. And I'm driving by like, nope, that's like a burned up car just on the side of the road.
An abandoned car.
Yep. Chilling. I'm like, they don't even move it.
There might be a body in it.
Right. Probably.
It might be someone's house.
Bro. Then they had houses that were like burned down with trees growing through it. Like they're like, yeah, we're not tearing any of that down. Fuck it. We'll just we'll build a new block over.
I've recently been getting into like real estate stuff because my mother-in-law is a real estate agent, my brother-in-law is a real estate agent, and watching a bunch of things and doing that, realizing why communities like that fall apart is because as a small-time investor, you don't even want to invest in that community because if you put a bunch of money into your set of houses, the area around it is going to drive the value down and destroy your houses. So nobody wants to invest in these communities to bring them back to life. And that's what it's going to take.
You don't want to move into a shit neighborhood.
Yeah, nobody wants to take that risk because it's like the community itself deteriorates the community around. It's like a cancer almost. And you can't have people from because that's how you get shitty communities out of being a shitty community is you have outside investors come in.
That's how you create my town.
Yeah. Wait, where are you from?
You have what happens to Flint when the water goes bad. And
right. I'm from Elmira, New York, bro. And it's where Tommy Hilfiger was born.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's fucked, dude. Like, our town is so fucked. We have maybe 40,000 people, and we have, 3 shootings a week.
Yeah. So that 40,000 might be 30,000 in a few weeks.
Right. Yeah, dude, it is insane how much fucking
10 people getting born every day.
Well, they're all on meth, so they can't reproduce. Thankfully. Thank you.
See, speaking of meth, when we went out to that pop fest a few years back, we went downtown New York, Manhattan, and we were walking around. It was like 3 a.m. This dude and this chick was just fucked up on something. You could tell because she was just fucked up, and he got up. He was like, "Come on, bitch!" Just started going crazy. Me and Jackson was just like, "What the fuck is wrong with these two people?" They started walking. He was like, "Come on, bitch, let's go!" And they went into an abandoned building, and I'm pretty sure they probably shot up again.
Yeah.
It was hilarious and sad all at the same time.
Bro, I got you on some hilarious, sad, junkie shit. I'm from Tucson, Arizona originally. I moved up to Utah to build my family and all that. I go back to Tucson to do some shows, and I'm driving, go back to my neighborhood, and I look over at my favorite taco stand, and there's a junkie bitch with her hand in her ass, staring at the street, bent over with duck lips, like eyeballing the whole street as she's scratching her ass. And I'm just like, oh, welcome home. Not getting tacos. Let's go get Jack in the Box. Go roll up to the Jack in the Box. Right there.
Kids,
yeah.
Don't shake hands.
Don't shake hands in Tucson. Nope. You don't know where they've been. I go and I sit and I'm getting my order. Right in front of me, there's two dudes just nodding on each other on heroin, trying to smoke out the foil. Right there on the street, broad daylight. I'm just like, fucking A, my city has gone downhill so bad. It was sad. Then I go get drunk and make rap music and do things, but so I'm not much better. But at least I don't have my hand in my ass in front of the taco shop.
Yeah.
You just record with your finger in your ass.
Yeah, just chilling there with the duck lips on, like I gotta get that Tucson flair
that's
on
how
it.
you get that high pitch.
Oh God,
It's gonna be a great picture.
Finger in her own ass and fucking duck lipping outside the taco stand.
Bro. And
Don't act like you never done it. Shut up, Ely.
I'm pretty sure I had my wife with
why?
me, and I was showing her the town for the first time, so that was like her first impression of my hometown.
So we're not moving here.
Yeah, that solidified it. It was up in the air actually, but before that point, there's a lot of things. That and all the dead people in front of the 7. Well, you don't know if they're dead or on heroin. Same difference.
That's sad. That is so sad.
Yeah, the worst part is it's just like where I lived. North Tucson was still good. I just couldn't afford to live there.
When I was getting my basement fixed, one of the dudes that was fixing it told me when he worked at McDonald's, like this dude was a kid, so it wasn't too long ago. He said this bitch would go into the freezer and just be like gone for like 2 hours. He said he went in one day because she was gone for like hours. He found her with the needle in her arm, and she built like this little like hiding spot with the fucking heater in the freezer. Like she had a little hiding spot where she would just go and shoot up. And I want to say he found her dead. Like what the
I don't mean to laugh, but it's like this bitch is like, I'm gonna go above and beyond. They'll never look in the freezer for 3 hours.
He said, you ain't gonna find me. I'm in the freezer.
Now let me ask you this:
That's nuts.
You guys, I'm sure you guys have seen Intervention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've seen these shows, and there's so many seasons of this shit. These people have got to know why they're being recorded, living their daily lives, doing all the drugs they possibly can for the show, that they're going to have this intervention. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have to, you would think that even if they're trying to trick them, I don't think they are tricked. I think they know in the long run they're going to have the intervention. And most of them are probably like, well, fuck it, I ain't going to go through with it. But then when their whole family are like, well, we ain't going to support your ass no more, then I'm just saying. I watched a few episodes recently, and I think that it's all scripted. I think part of it's scripted.
I feel like a lot of the episodes are scripted, and other ones not so much, because it is easy to trick a junkie. Learn that. It's pretty easy. You tell them it's some bullshit. They'll go along with it as long as they're high. As long as you're not taking away their fix, they're pretty much down to do anything. But I feel like at the same time, like, if you have cameras on you, don't do drugs. And if there's cameras on you and you're off doing drugs and being high on camera, you're probably on intervention, and you should put 2 and 2 together.
But anyway, if there's a camera on you, you're getting paid.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Somebody,
you're getting paid.
You got to sign your rights away somehow and get even if it's a little bit of cash. Sometimes they're like, here's $100 and they sign that paper.
It's like Undercover Boss. They send this dude in with a weak ass wig. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like, oh shit, you never heard of this show?
Yeah,
we're here to critique everything you do.
I love when they actually catch their asses, because not a lot of people, like, perfect example. My brother-in-law worked for Walgreens for a bit, and he knew who the CEO and the managers and who his whole chain of command was, because he was trying to move up. So if he got undercover bossed, he would know right off the fucking bat. Right. Any one of his dumbass employees would have fucking been got like that because none of them give a fuck who the CEO of Walgreens is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so you got some of those people who just don't care. I mean, when I used to work a traditional day job, you could have put anybody next to me, and I would be like, "This is how you wash dishes. This is how you plug in. Fucking zone out. We go out back. We smoke weed when we break down boxes. Don't tell management." And I would have told anybody that if they were clocked in the dish pit with me.
As long as they're working.
Yeah, as long as they're working. If you ain't slacking ass, you're my friend. You're my best friend right now.
I do dishes right now. So
yeah, you've been
there. Not working, you can get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And I have that right to say too that you can leave right now.
It's my dish pit. You get the fuck out. Right. All servers, all bussers, all people, you drop your shit and you leave. I'm not your chatty Cathy. This isn't fucking a talk show.
I'm here to fucking work, get the shit done, get the fuck back home.
We used to
look at my work. Like, have you ever got hurt? Like, if you get hurt at work, you didn't. Like, we ain't fucking doing that shit.
Yup. Oh man. I worked at a mom and pop steakhouse from the ages of 15 to like 20 something. And that was the main rule. I almost cut off a finger. And when I fucking legit, they were like, "We're not handling this a traditional way." And I'm like, "Why?" First off, you're 17. You shouldn't be in a kitchen with a knife. Second off, we don't have that kind of insurance here. We're going to give you a check and you're going to go up to the fucking urgent care and get bandaged up. And I was like, I need this money. Sure, boss. Looking back on it, like, oh, I could have fucking took that company for everything.
Right. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Bro, I was working at a place where the owner had a pistol. This dude's like 80, 90 years old, something. Well, he stands up, drops that shit. It falls on the ground. The clip popped out. Everyone else is like ducking and shit. I'm like, bro, I will catch a bullet in the chest, arm. Like, just don't kill me because I will own this motherfucker by the time we're done.
Shoot me, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, come on. I'll fucking protect you all. I'll fucking dive in front of it. Give me that, bro.
Movie shit.
No, you Steve Rogers on the grenade from Avengers.
Right. You can't use your left arm anymore. Like, yeah, at least I got $80 million. I don't give a fuck. I'll pay someone to move it for me.
Grab it and slap people.
Right, yeah, exactly. I'll pay someone to move that bitch.
Have like a rope tied to it so you can just grab the rope and be like.
Speaking of which, you guys buy your Powerball tickets? Fucking $700 million.
I don't gamble like that, man.
What, $2?
Nah, I don't gamble.
I don't gamble like that either, but I will put $2 in to win $700 million.
I don't even play penny slots, man. I'm like, I don't gamble at all. It's weird.
Like at $700 million, I'll put $2 in and try one time.
Dude, I grew up with a family that was a Powerball family. Like we counted the numbers as a family. Like it was we're gonna make it out of poverty moment.
Oh no, I won't go crazy with it. You know?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I grew up in a family that went crazy with that shit. We got our Powerballs every fucking time. When they were sitting there with multiples, my mom would do like the kids' birthdays, and then they would do like special numbers on another sheet, and they'd all be sitting there. And in my head as a kid, I'm thinking like, how much money did you just spend on all that shit? Because she's sitting there with a lot.
And then you see them with their shaking their heads, throwing
ticket. Yeah, man. I was like,
$2.
I can't do that.
I get one.
Yeah, see, that's smart. That's how you're supposed to play.
$700 million.
Because again, man, I would be so happy. I'd be ecstatic if you won off that one ticket. That'd make me so happy. I really would.
One time I thought I won like 65 grand because the scratch off ticket was so weirdly like like it had the rules on the shit you scratch off.
Yeah.
Then I had like 30 grand. I'm like, hell yeah. I went up, dude's like, it's not a winner. I'm like, fuck you. He's like, I'll throw it away. I'm like, no, you won't, bitch. Give me that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to another guy. I want a second opinion before you go and just take my money.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it to another store.
You got a barcode at the bottom, and it'll tell you whether or not it's a winner or not. Yeah. They can't lie to you then.
See, aren't those things new? Like the little scan things now?
All right. When I was
they got scanners for them.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they would scan it and it would make a noise if it was a winner because there'd be people who would argue. And they'd be like, I heard the winning noise. Well, how much did I win? Because they'd be worried. But yeah, they have like machines now, right? Like a fucking Redbox machine.
Put money in, put the button, and you get your ticket. scratch
shit's
it off,
wild
and
as
fucking
fuck.
cash it in right there.
How's that shit regulated? Do they make you scan your ID, or can like a kid go up there and start gambling?
Technically, yeah. Anybody can go up and buy off of them.
It's
up to the
mostly
person
by
running
the
the
cash
register
register,
to
though.
make sure they're old enough.
So there's like some store supervision, but you got an employee who don't give a fuck. You got some kids gambling that day. All right, that's cool. Oh yeah, I'm not opposed to it. If my son had $20 and he wanted to waste his $20 on a piece of paper that he's not going to win that $20 back, you gonna learn the life lesson the hard way.
Right.
Damn, my $20 I ate by that machine.
I don't tell you.
And getting another one for me. Yep.
It's like the cigarette machines they used to have inside bars when I was a kid. Like if I was 15, 16, it was a gamble.
Yeah.
Like if you got caught by the people running the bar, they're not going to call the cops, but they're going to tell you get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But you could run in there and the cigarette machine would be right by the front door, like off to the
or by the bathrooms.
Go in there, go over there real fast, pull the thing after you pay, and the pack of cigarettes falls down. It was one of those sons of bitches.
Yep, old school, man.
Yeah. And I remember because everybody'd be like, dude, just go in there and get you a pack of cigarettes in there. And I'd be like,
okay.
What was the price of gas in the 1960s?
No.
I thought that's what you were talking about, old man. How was the local malt shop?
I'm just saying, man, we had a old
That's
school,
wild, man. That they still had those machines out, though. Like, I've seen one in my entire life, but it was at a dive bar.
I'm 41 now, and I was 15 when I saw it. So
that ain't all right. That ain't that bad.
Gas
it was like the
31 cents in the 60s.
The mid 90s, and then they got rid of it because they realized that if they didn't sell them behind the counter, they could get in trouble for having underage people buy cigarettes.
The 90s was a big change in tobacco with that whole truth movement, and everybody was this, that, and the other. And it blows my mind, right? Because my mom smoked, my grandma smoked, all my siblings smoked, every girl I dated smoked, my wife smoked. I ain't picked a cigarette up my entire fucking life. I have no idea why everybody's like, it's like
me too.
Peer pressure. No, it's a choice. If you choose to smoke, you choose to smoke. I never chose to smoke. Fuck smoking.
Me
smoke
too.
Weed
Bro,
all day.
I've touched a cigarette out of a pack maybe 5 times in my life.
Yeah.
I've never ever smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
I smoked blunts, so I guess I smoked tobacco. But
we're still smoking tobacco.
Oh yeah, I've smoked tobacco. I did some like hookah back when hookah was the craze in like 2005, 2008 when everybody.
The only tobacco I've ever smoked is blunt wraps, like like a Dutch or something like that.
Split open a Swisher, roll it,
Right.
Yeah, classic.
Yep. Exactly.
I haven't had
Married with Children, like the opening scene when Peg had the cigarette on a fork. Killed it. Like, no, bro. Like, they're so, like, I hate cigarettes because of that.
You want to know what killed it for me? Like he said, everybody in my family smoked.
Yeah.
But when my grandparents quit smoking, right, they would still let people on the holidays smoke out in the shop, which was like it was like where the garage would be, but it was like an office setting in there, right? Yeah. And they would put an ashtray in there. And they would let people smoke like on Thanksgiving or Christmas. And when you're in a house where nobody smokes cigarettes anymore, and it's been clean for years, and then somebody comes over and lights up a butt and smokes a whole cigarette,
you can smell that shit.
The whole house. I could smell it with my door shut all the way at the other end of the house.
Yeah, man.
I could smell the chemical smell. And it doesn't even smell like a cigarette at that point. It smells like just chemicals, dude.
And by the time it drifts that far, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was little, my mom smoked, and like waking up to go to school and shit, like that shit would stink so bad. Mm-hmm. And then I hit, it's like 15, 16, I smoked. And then, like I said, like I haven't smoked a cigarette in 7 years, and now that shit just fucking stinks.
Yep. Yeah, I got my wife to quit smoking. I say everybody watching this podcast, if you smoke, quit fucking smoking.
Yeah.
Smoke weed, do crack,
especially because that shit's like $10 a pack now. You
can
go buy a fucking gram.
Come to New York.
Oh, that's just like $20 there.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
That shit was like what, $13 when we were there.
Dude, it's nuts.
This shit is nuts.
Further north you go, the more it is.
Yeah. As a kid, or not a kid, but in my youth, in Tucson, there's this, you would go to the res and they had a place called the Tobacco Barn. And it was this tiny little piece of reservation that wasn't even on the res. It was like they owned this little square of land and that they could sell their tobacco at like ridiculously cheap prices. And they used to give out bubble gum to kids if you brought your kids with you to buy your pack of cigarettes and shit. Like they were like really encouraging people. And it was, you could get a whole carton for like $8.
You're saying the real Indians, like
yeah, like straight up, yeah, Native Americans on the res. They used to run a little thing because it was like in Tucson they have like the res, and then they have like little pockets of land that the tribe still owns that are under.
Right. That's how it is in New York too.
Yeah, and it's like real, and it's usually by a casino or some shit like that.
Yep.
But yeah, they had a tobacco barn, and everyone in Tucson goes there. The lines are fucking like 12, 13 blocks long just because it's like I'd rather wait in that line and get a carton for $8 than a pack for 10.
We got that in New York, but we're allowed to sell weed now. So now they're off the fucking hinges. Like, oh yeah, we got it all.
I remember when we were out there, some when we stopped in New Jersey, people were like, "Don't stop at these little mom and pop gas stations because they're mostly water." But they were talking about like the ones that were ran by the Indians.
Water down your gas.
These Indians, the ones I'm talking about, are like the fucking cowboy Indians.
Yeah.
The other ones, the fucking mom and pops, they sell you that fucking what is that fucking that fucking synthetic weed that'll drive you nuts and make you nuts. Like Spice. Yes.
Comes in.
They sell that shit, bro. But bro, these Indians though, they own part of the interstate, and if the New York governor fucks with them, they're like, oh yeah, we'll put our own toll in because we own that part, and they can shut the whole interstate down like a half-mile piece of the land.
Yep.
So now they're allowed to like sell weed and casinos, all this crazy shit.
Bro, that's awesome.
Bro, they got the best weed too, but it's like 3 hours away, one way. It'll take like 6 hours.
Here in Illinois, I thought it was weird they were selling CBD at gas stations. I was like, what the fuck?
CBD isn't even real weed. It's like that's like placebo weed.
But I know, but just seeing the buds inside the little canisters,
was strange to see.
Sold. Yeah, just seeing it being sold at a fucking gas station, like that's fucking crazy.
That's that old shit they used to sell in High Times. You're like, oh my god, I could buy weed in High Times. You're like, it's all CBD.
Across the street from my daughter, who's 6, her elementary school across the street, weed store. You can go there and buy ounces all day long. Like, well, it's a sticker store. You buy stickers and you get free weed.
Okay.
I love loopholes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's nuts, man. And then they buy it off the Amish. Because where we're at, they have Amish people. So they buy it off the Amish and they sell it out the ass. Like, they get shut down every other week and they'll open another one like 2 doors over. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, Amish people know how to cook. This is a total segue to taking and cherry picking what you said about Amish people. But I was blessed enough to be traveling and eating food at a place that was completely ran by the Amish. And I
thought you were talking about cooked meth.
No, like food. Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they do know how to cook meth. Maybe they're upgrading. But best of my knowledge, like they're amazing. Like the food was like down home, good cooking. I'm from like the South region. So going up north, I wasn't expecting anything like that. And those Amish set me back with some food that like I'm still thinking about 3 years later. They're weird people though, but that butter. Spread that shit. Ooh, that was good.
Bro, the Amish know how to do some shit for real.
Yeah. If I ever need a barn built, I know.
They'll build you a house in fucking 2 days. They don't fuck around.
Yeah.
And they ain't on crack.
Yeah, and well, they may be on crack, but not meth.
Hey, as long as it doesn't take a motor to smoke it.
Yeah. I just think it's weird that like a whole group of Americans were like, we believe to technology up until this point. Hammers and nails are cool. Anything after that, nope.
Right.
It always really tripped me out. It's like, you realize a human being invented a hammer and a nail. And a human being also invented a drill and electricity. Like, what's the difference? Why is a hammer ordained by God? And you can use that, but you can't use anything else. Just really tripped me out. But, like, to each their own. I'm trying to persecute them or nothing. But that just really trips me out. How are you just going to stop? We're just going to stop time. No cars. We ride horse and buggies. That's weird to me.
And the harder you work, the closer you are to God.
Yeah, that's strange too. But I mean, the whole God thing's weird. I'm a lapsed Catholic, so like I did the whole thing and then nope.
I think faith is what you put into it.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe in, if you just put the faith into it, it's there at your disposal. And I think that religion is basically an idea. I think like South Park does. It's all just ideas and morals to live by as opposed to being a fucking horrible human being.
Yeah.
Whoa. You're saying South Park has morals?
No,
more
I said
morals than most things.
They described religion as just an idea, a thought to help people live by certain morals.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
No, it's
and
true,
then the
though.
higher people up can abuse, everything
system.
else.
Yeah,
abuse the system. So
well, I've met people that literally need to be told that killing is a sin or they wouldn't do it. Like, I've met people in my life that are just they're that kind of person. They're like, I need to act upon my own urges, but the rules say I can't, so I don't. And I was like, cool, religion is perfect for you because, like, you don't get, like, for me, you don't need to tell me not to kill my mom. I kind of just know that. But some people need to be told that. So that's why I always thought religion had a good, like, founding in society, because when you get millions, if not billions of people all coexisting, somebody's going to have a bad idea and somebody's going to need to tell them not to in an authoritative way. And religion does that to an extent, telling a kid don't steal. Why? Because it's wrong. Well, why? Because thou shalt not steal. Okay. It's like a bookend to an argument. And I think it works really well in that facet to, like, build society up into functionality. Nobody's out, short for the crackheads robbing me. Nobody's out trying to rob me every day. And that's a good feeling because we all agree thou shalt not steal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you were saying,
just
it's an
like
idea.
That's what I like about camp and all the Zooligans and everybody, that are our age, that are doing this stuff and involved in this stuff, is that most of them, for the most part, have decent morals.
Yeah.
You go to camp, you don't see people defacing shit, stealing from other Zooligans, all that mess. And I'm not even trying to bash the gathering because stuff like that happens there. But I'm just saying, it is so refreshing that I could leave my book bag that has all the stuff that I've paid for at the show, you know what I'm saying, under a chair next to Dean's merch booth, and go enjoy the show and come back 20 minutes to a half hour later and nobody's touched my fucking bag.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's real shit. No. That's
and like I said, the only place I've ever went is my own land in Camp Zool with a porta potty that's never had writing in it. Like, who doesn't do that?
Yeah, that's really, they don't have writing in the porta potty. That's like, I didn't realize
they're clean.
I didn't realize they made porta potties without writing. I thought
even their
factory they
bathrooms
graffitied on them and then sent them out there.
Right. They came with free graffiti.
As soon as they build it, a big fat dude takes a stinky shit, writes his name, slaps his number on it, inspected by,
Before everybody showed up for camp, I was that guy that took that big shit. I didn't smear no shit anywhere or anything, but I took shit when I smelled chemicals.
Yeah.
Bro, right, dude, they were respectable bathrooms. You didn't feel ashamed, like, what am I doing?
No, you smelled bleach when you walked in.
I've seen one of the world's fanciest porta potties. Like, legitimate, it pulled up on like 2 wheels. It was a male and female bathroom. It was almost like you took a restaurant bathroom out of a restaurant and set it up outside. And they pulled that shit up, set it up, and I went in and I took a shit in there, and it was almost like being in a hotel. It was weird. There was tiled walls and real lighting and a fan sucking up the smell and a little sprayer and like quality toilet paper. It was so surreal. And then I opened the door, and then you're in a Jack in the Box parking lot. Like, what the fuck?
They had a maid for you to flush it. Sir,
Dude,
I got that.
Standing there with the mint when you're done.
It was almost that fancy, no joke. And I was taken back because again, I'm in crackhead ass Tucson with ducklet ass finger bitches, and I'm not expecting fancy ass porta potties because like fancy porta potties have heroin addicts dying in them. Like this is gonna be my final resting place. Shut the door, turn on the fan, let's go.
I would be making shirts of all these interesting pictures that you see, like ducklips, ass finger.
Yeah. Honestly,
Limited.
I'm making a coloring book soon, and that might go into the coloring book because I have a market for adult coloring books. Anybody listening to this, I'm gonna put you on some shit. Amazon is a publisher now, and for free, you can create a book. Go to Amazon, have them publish it for you, sell it for you on their store, and you don't have to do shit other than generate the book. If you have a guy like me who can generate art, or if you don't, come to me and have me generate your art. We can build you comic books. We can build you normal books, any kind of book. Free publishing through Amazon. Yeah, I'm putting people on. They basically bought out Kindle a long time ago, and now Kindle is publishing shit for Amazon. And so it's 100% no money down. So you want to build a book? You want a super famous fake time friend book? Fucking Amazon's got you.
Yeah. I want to, in your coloring book, you should add John fake legs and his underwear beating up a crackhead.
Yeah. That happened.
Boxers.
Down.
I'm serious. Because that's true. That really happened when they tried to steal his bottles. He literally had to beat one up in his underwear.
Oh man,
Don't touch my fucking bottles.
I thought that was a bit earlier. That's legit. He legit beat up a crackhead.
That's legit. John beat up a crackhead for stealing his bottles he was saving to turn in for some extra cash, and then they beat him to it.
That's awesome.
Didn't they fake
in
leg?
your underwear,
$200.
Was it boxers or whitey tighties? Because I'm picturing whitey tighties with like a little brown and yellow in the back. You know,
And front.
yeah, a little leaking up the front a bit, and you're out there just like with the mask on, just the mask on and just the whitey tighties, ready to. They're like, "Who the fuck am I robbing?" Like scared as shit.
Dude, I beat the shit out of this dude. And then I stole his shit.
Give me your funk ass shoes.
Dude, there was some like Batman pajama pants that my kids wear, and like, yeah, fuck you, junkie. I hope you're watching because I stole your shit and it's been a year. Can't do nothing, pussy. But yeah, dude, he had like, I felt bad because he had diapers, but I did give those to the police that came. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, he left it here. They're like, you said you took it. I'm like, nah. He left it.
Yeah.
He dropped it.
That's wild, man. So he was like hitting houses. Like he's like, got some diapers
Probably
from this
stole
trash.
those diapers.
I got some bottles over here. It's going down clickety clack until he runs into you.
Bro.
Mr. Day Ruiner. Man, you're the villain in his story. You realize that, right?
Dude, I got up.
You're the Lex Luthor.
He left his ID. I'm like, dude, how dumb are you? Like, you shouldn't take that on a fucking robbery.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, you don't take your phone, your wallet.
That's 101, man. I mean, I'm not a criminal, but I used to do graffiti, so I mean, I did shit I wanted to run from the cops before. So like,
right. You didn't fucking write your name on the fucking spray paint can. Like, in case I lose it.
I did write my name on the wall.
No, dude, like, bro, I woke up in the morning. We went to Camp Zulu, and straight up, like, I'm a poor motherfucker. We get 5 cents a can. 5 cents a can. If I see fucking 50 cans on the side of the road, I'll put them shits in the truck. Why not? That's fucking free money. Then the places in our town, they do these promotions. They'll be like, if you come to us, we'll give you 7 cents. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a Jew. I'll do that shit. Bro. So here I am, right? I counted them up. Nice. I had like almost $300. Went to Camp Zulu, come home. They're still there. I go to sleep, wake up, and there's like one bag in my garage. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like 6 a.m. Then we see this fucking crackhead scurrying off. And my old lady Robin takes him down like, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. She comes back dragging like 4 or 5 bags. I'm like, oh shit. So when I seen this dude, I get out, karate kick him in the face. and fucking jack his shit. Fuck him, man. That shit was fucked up.
Bro,
And then there's that time that you took the guy's golf club because he was threatening to hit you with it.
Yeah, then the cops made me give it back. They were gonna, bro. He came to the house because he was fucking with these little kids, and I got the video. I'll show you in private. It's
send me the video.
It's fucked up. These little kids were throwing like like M80s at him under his shopping cart and shit.
No shit.
So then he starts swinging a golf club. So Robin takes it. I'm like, that's ours now. He calls the police. I'm like, well, arrest him because he's swinging a fucking weapon at me. And they're like, no, that's his protection. Give it back or we're going to take you downtown. I'm like, what in the fuck is this?
You live in
I gotta
the
give his
Twilight
weapon
Zone.
back.
You live in the fucking Twilight Zone, dude.
I do, dude.
That's wild.
It's weird where he lives.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear to you on my kids' lives, we called 911 because there was a dude out back with a gun, and the lady on the phone said, if the cops are there, go tell them yourself, and hung up on them.
Wow.
Wow, man.
I'm like, all right, what do you want me to be like? Time out, guys. Hey, I'm going to go over there and talk to the cop. Because he was there. He was outside. But he was running through my yard, and they were on the opposite side of the fucking block looking for him. I'm like, dude, he's running at me. Come get him. Like, I don't want to shoot him.
Wow. That's dispatch being like, I've had enough today, sir. Figure it out.
Right. They're probably like, look at this narc calling in. Fuck you, pussy. You fucking pussy. But I was like, bro, they're out there shooting at my kids on the trampoline. And here he is, like, what do? I live in New York where you go to prison.
Yeah. That shit's wild, man.
It is. Dude, it's fucking nuts around here, dude. Like, straight up, we were talking to dumpster babies last week. They straight up found a kid in the dumpster in our town. You can look it up if you Google it. It was in there for like 2 days, and they thought it was a cat dying. So they finally went to go look, and it's a baby in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Like, our town is fucking wild, dude. These kids, they're like 20, 18 or something like that. There's like 3 of them. They cut this dude's fucking tongue off. Fucking like took him, threw him in the woods, let him bleed out and die.
People are fucking wacko.
Dude, it's wild. And it's not like we live in New York City, dude. Our shit's fucking small.
Skirts, right?
Dude, our shit's small. I don't know why they're so fucking violent. It's like, chill the fuck out.
They ship all the crazies from New York up to you, bro. They just give them a one-way bus ticket to your town.
Well, that's what they do. They send all these fucking... Well, we have... Oh, shit. There's Bob. East side. But yeah, dude, Elmira's fucking nuts. Don't come here. It's wild.
There's not a lot of places after living in Tucson that I'm like, I won't go there. Tucson's a pretty wild place. A lot of violence, a lot of drugs, a lot of just bullshit. But yeah, that's pretty fucking intense, bro.
I went to Detroit and I felt safer. I was like, here I am.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro. Like, I lost my keys in Detroit for my truck. I was like, I'm not even that worried. Then they came up. Like, in New York, my truck would have been gone. Fucking, they would have stolen my identity somehow.
Bro. I've had my identity stolen recently. It's a bitch. Like, just to deal with it, have like every channel of like all of your banks and all of your stuff be like, hey, da-da-da-da-da. Luckily, I'm broke, and the people who try to steal my identity don't know I'm broke.
So now they should be broke. They should have half of your debt.
God damn it, I'm broker than I was.
Yeah, they go to try to buy like boats and shit in Florida, and shit. I'm like I got Florida boat money. Yeah, woohoo. Fucking so everything gets declined, obviously.
So that's supposed to go through.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
give me my boat.
With a last name like McLaughlin, you know he's got that Irish money. I don't fucking know what they're thinking. Like legit.
I thought it was McLovin.
Yeah, straight up.
I just took out my yacht loan. You can't get another.
Right? Fucking A. And then fucking a little bit after that, shit, I get all my new information on my new card, and then someone this is back before I lived here, back when I lived in Utah. Someone breaks into my wife's car, steals all her shit, and my fucking shit is in her purse because we're like staying at a hotel. So I'm just like, you're hanging on my wallet or whatever. And she leaves it in the car. They steal that. And those crackheads go up to the 7-Eleven and try to buy something. And I'm still so broke. They could not buy the shitty shit that they wanted at the 7-Eleven. So it notifies me as I'm sitting in my hotel room, your card was just declined at the 7-Eleven. And I'm like, what do you mean my card was declined? I open it up. I'll cancel that bitch. You guys shouldn't have tried to buy a fucking Slurpee on my card because now that shit's canceled.
I'd have been down
more
there.
clever.
I would have been like, I hope you're buying Band-Aids, motherfucker.
Show up at 7-Eleven.
Well, John, I got to get going here pretty quick. So,
well, you better exit out your fucking guest, faggot.
Let the people know, man. Where can they find you? Where can they get a hold of you?
Me, sir? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see here. You could find me. I'm Jonathan McLaughlin on Facebook. I'm LegionArtWork on Facebook. I'm with Legion on Instagram. I have 2 web stores that I sell shit. Feel free to hit me up for that information because those are too long to tag out. But yeah, I'm a freelance graphic designer. I do everything. You got a video game you need designed? Me. You got a tattoo you need designed? Me. You got an album cover you need designed? Me. Do everything and everything for everybody, high quality. Get at me. Again, Jonathan McLaughlin. That's me. You know, because it's the alien beanie and the really scraggly crackhead beard. That's me. Get at me. Legion Artwork. Big A, big W.
Fuck yes. See, that's how it's done.
And what about you?
Your turn. Your turn.
Check us out Saturday night, Carl's Tavern, New Haven, Indiana. Sam Haven 2, Dean, Noise 13, Nasty Inc. I can't think of who else is on there, but we'll be there.
Okay.
Are you dropping a shirt tomorrow?
I am dropping. I haven't figured out. It's technically a 4 set. I haven't decided if I'm going to drop 2 of them tomorrow and then the other 2 on Halloween, or just drop the whole 4 set tomorrow. But you can grab any T-shirt that I drop over at Storefront Tier under just Google Sick May Productions, SIK.
Hell yeah!
Google them.
You can Google us.
You can Google.
You can find us on Storefront as well. You can find us on Storefront as well. The Hostile Juggalo, right? Or Second and Grant.
Second and Grant, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right. And you can pick up a sweet Super Fan and Fake Time Friends logo shirt.
Yeah.
Drawn by Legion Artwork.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, before we close this,
I did
guys, check out a Redbubble. For real, I'm gonna send each of y'all a link. Look at Redbubble. It's just like Storefront Tier, but they sell stickers and posters and all kinds of really cool shit.
Okay.
Redbubble.
And John's got that Bad Touch Supply. You can get your Bad Touch Supply at Bad Touch Supply. Google that shit. Promo code Whipstick. Get you 10% off.
Peace.
Are we done being a shameless horse?
Yes, sir.
All right.